Cape Town winters can be harsh, and after a week of 2 big cold fronts hitting the Cape, Saturday dawned bright and blue. It happens like that in winter. Between the cold fronts, we have these most beautiful days. Friday, we see the forecast and someone pops a message onto the club group saying Saldanha is serving breakfast from 8 a.m. It's a very informal arrangement in that one of the Saldanha members prepares breakfast and we make a donation in the honesty box to help cover the cost of breakfast. So while I knew where the initial destination was, I made up the route along the way. It was over Langebaan Lagoon Nature Reserve onto Saldanha. After breakfast I was joined by Johan and we took off routing east over the iron ore terminal, passing Langebaan Weg, and on a whim we turned towards Kersfontein farm and followed the Berg River to Achrop's farm, and we routed over the valley in the distance to Tulbagh to fly over the new thirsty landing strip in Tulbagh, and then decided to return south via the coffee shop, which is a frequent stop, back to Morningstar. The Langebaan Lagoon is a truly unique natural wonder. It's located in the West Coast Natural Park. It is South Africa's only non-estuarine tidal lagoon and one of only 3 in the world not fed by fresh water. To the south, the salt marshes make for striking patterns and colours and is home to different marine algae and many birds. It's clearly a protected environment, and we pass over at not less than 3,000 feet. In spring, the Berg Reserve, which is off limits for most of the year, has beautiful spring flowers. The iron ore terminal is situated on the northern side of the lagoon. It's a rather grotesque looking terminal, and it was developed in the 1970s to connect the Northern Cape mines, which are some 860 kilometers away, with the global markets. It's serviced by record-breaking trains, which are 4 kilometers long, comprising 340 wagons that are pulled by 5 to 6 locomotives. A train leaves the mine up north every 9 hours, transporting 50 million tons of iron ore annually, most of it going to China. Because of the colour of the ore, the fine red particular matter is wind-blown across the area, actively staining properties, trees, and you can see on the roofs of hangars. No, it records everything in 360. So that's why I don't have to aim with this thing, which is really important.
No, that's what I understand. But when you're making the video...
Saldanha Flying Club is known as actually the West Coast Flying Club, and it moved to Saldanha in 1984. Saldanha's designation is Foxtrot Alpha Sierra Delta. The airfield is just 50 feet above sea level, and it has runway 0220 and is 1,422 meters long. Pretty much one of the longest airfields we land on. It's long enough that when birds flew in front of me I could slow down, let them pass, and had plenty more runway to take off. Once Johan and I had taken off from Saldanha on frequency 122.7, we changed over pretty damn quickly as we approached Langebaan Approach on 122.5. It's operated by the military and not active on weekends, so we transmit blind, letting those listening out know where we are. As we fly past the airfield, we go over the West Coast National Park. It's a fossil park and is one of the richest globally significant fossil sites dating back about 5 million years. Langebaan Weg is home of the SAF pilot training in the form of the Central Flying School, where for many years ab initio training occurred. The airfield had its origins in World War II when it was a base created to counter the German and Japanese submarine threats in the Atlantic. Following on from there, we went towards Kersfontein farm, where we've been before for breakfast. Owner Julian Milk. He's the 8th generation. It was founded by the Milk family in the 1770s and has a strong link to the breeding of thoroughbreds and Arabians. These are horses to meet the British military requirements at the time of the Anglo-Boer War. As you can see, the farm is low-lying and the Berg River breached its banks, flooding the farm and the area. The Berg River itself is 290 kilometers long. It rises in Franschhoek and it passes through the Drakenstein Valley, Paarl and the Swartland, and heads to the ocean at St. Helena Bay. There are a number of dams on the Berg River, and one that we pass, which is near Mariasburg, is called Misverstand. The name is interesting, referencing a mistake. It seems that the department authorized the construction of a weir, but it was accidentally built in the wrong location. I'm pretty sure that there's more to that story. Just because it was still and beautiful, I suggested to Johan we head through the less known pass called the Ouderkloof Pass. As we routed through, we came upon the new bottling plant for Thirsty, which is situated in Tulbagh. The owners are aviation people, and sure enough, they've just built a new concrete strip, and we're waiting for the invite to try out their products. Heading home, we routed towards the Morala coffee shop. It's a quirky open-air roadside cafe located on the R44 between Wellington and Herman. It was established by the entrepreneur Wessel de Wet during the pandemic when he approached a barista Clayton Zara, who had lost his job at a coffee shop. It really is excellent coffee, and even though it's located tussen niks en nergens, which means between nothing and nowhere, it's always worth a stop. The baristas are fantastic. I always get welcomed with a "Hello, Captain." Their coffee machines run on gas, and the Tanzanian coffee beans are the best. So the total flying time for the day was about an hour and a half, and it was only exceeded by our talking time. It's a privilege to fly. It's a privilege to fly in Cape Town, and it's a generous flying community.